Are we on?
We're back.
Oh, mate.
How you doing, pal?
Alright, yeah, not too bad.
Hey, went, are you fit? I went, I'm Paddy fit. He went, that'll do for me, son, I'll see you Monday morning. So he's gone, hit me. I went, what? He went, this has been brewed for a while. Hit me. I got a bottle of champagne, I shook it up, sprayed it all over, went, yeah, brother.
Hey, talking about heartburn, my mate, a bit serious, he's just died of heartburn. I can't believe Gary's gone.
You still get stopped?
Well, yeah, every red light.
Are we on? Are we back?
We're back.
Alright, mate.
How you doing, pal?
Alright, yeah, not too bad.
I was going to ask you what you've been up to, but looking at you, look, you've been to Turkey. New hair, new teeth.
I've had my teeth done, not had my hair done, that's still there. Might be gone playing for John and Burn, but
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you about that. So obviously, Alty's gone, and now you've joined, gone back with John and Bernard. How's that? How's that started?
Well, they rang me and was like, right, come on, you're too old for conference now.
Too old, too shit.
Yeah.
Sean was it.
You didn't play last year, just come and play for us and we'll give you games and we'll win the league. So I said no at first, and then they offered me a 2-year deal, and I thought, yeah, I'm too old now. So
Well, you didn't. You came and asked me in the gym.
yeah,
What do I think?
Give me the worst advice ever.
Jim, what's that?
The only gym, yeah.
So yeah, 2-year deal at Ratcliffe. Started training. I think the day before I rang the missus and was like, I fucking hate you, because she told me to go to Ratcliffe as well. And yeah, I had a bit of a wobble and thought, I've just left the best job in the world, full-time football, to go part-time.
With John and Bernard.
Yeah. But since I've been in, it's been class. It's just like I've never been away from the pair of them, so yeah, it's been good.
Any pre-season stories yet?
No.
Anyone been training with you?
I've got Nicky Adams. He's not shut up, but he did one session and then went on holiday. So yeah, big time.
He's definitely gone to Turkey to get his hair done.
He
hasn't
needs to. He's actually not, but he needs to. That'll be his next one.
Like a young Bobby Charlton.
We're going to Blackpool. That's our pre-season tour.
No, it's not.
So
Is
I
there?
don't know if you've had any tours, but Blackpool should be eventful.
I've had a few tours in Blackpool. Yeah, there'll be a few young Seddons knocking around there. Definitely.
I'll fucking see him then, won't I? Jesus Christ.
Just look out for the teeth.
What about you, Paddy? Any pre-season stories? Have you done a pre-season?
Oh, I've done a few. Don't you worry about that. Wow. We used to love one down there. Warnock used to take us to Cornwall all the time. One time we were playing a game and we're all there getting changed before we go out, and Warnock's brought this young kid in, about 14-year-old. Bear in mind there were a little kid up there, and we were like, what's that doing there? And this young kid's coming with his dad. And we were like, what's going off here? Fucking hell, why would he be playing? Anyway, he says, just let you all know, lads, this is so-and-so and his dad, so-and-so. He's playing 20 minutes at the end of the game. We're like, eh? Anyway, this young kid comes on, plays 20 minutes pre-season. I think it was Bodmin we were playing. We found out afterwards, the lad's dad had decorated Warnock's house, so instead of paying him, he gave his lad 20 minutes fucking game pre-season.
Fuck off. Were he any good?
I think we signed him actually because he wanted his fucking extension doing as well.
That's brilliant, isn't it? That's brilliant. So, as you probably guessed, the podcast is back. I don't even really know why has it been away? Like, how come? What have you been doing then for the last? How long has it been? 2 years?
Yeah, I don't know. Why'd it go away? Corey, you know?
Corey's gear hasn't changed. Well, it has. Do you know what? It has a little bit. I was shocked when I turned up. Last time, he looked like the campus lumberjack I've ever seen.
He's got Palm Angels, hasn't he?
Now he's in the Palm Angels number. He's still got the tash, but
Still got the Eddie Murphy tash. He's been growing it since he was 11, which is a whole 1 year.
so no, I honestly don't know why we stopped, but just
I think it was a bit
you
of
had a
everything.
different job, didn't you?
Well, yeah, I've changed jobs. We've had to get rid of the bar. We had a lot
I
of.
seen that. Someone on WhatsApp around me said, I've got fucking vouchers for that bar. And I thought, that's Seddon for you.
I texted him. I said, I think you can exchange them at McDonald's. No, it was just stress. Just been a mad turnaround this last 2 years with me changing job, Missy's not being able to work for various reasons, like a little bit of stress and
She's still
upset.
fit?
And She's still fit, yeah. Cans are looking well.
Yeah, decent.
Yeah.
That's all you.
So yeah, no, it's been a big change.
To be fair, he's looking fit himself, isn't he?
Yeah,
He's
he's
getting
got-
sexy, yeah.
Oh, there's too many sunbeds, I think it is.
How old
When we
are
used
you
to do
now?
team photo, I was
40.
desperate not to be next to him.
43.
Wasn't it?
Was you there when we did that team photo and me and Matty Barris and I ended up getting me out on front row? so we had, I think I told this story.
Where
haven't I?
did
I think so, yeah.
We're out.
Did you get done
At
for?
Bury, yeah, I got done for it. Andy Priest was manager, and the only photo
Did they zoom
that
in?
yeah, someone thought he's left his thumb hanging out. Where the only picture that they printed out for the calendar, the Bury calendar that went in the shop, was that one with me knob out.
They must have took
wow.
about 50 as well.
There must 500 easy, and the only one that they printed, and I think they'd sold about 12. And he had to get them all recalled, and I got called into Priest's office.
As if all Bury fans bought 2 each. That's right.
Wow, that's wrong, isn't it?
Up the shakers.
Right, so first episode back. As you've probably heard from the voice, we have got a brilliant first guest to kick off the podcast again.
Shakers legend.
No, not me. I'm a presenter. I'm a presenter, Jordan. So yeah, do you want to introduce him?
Yeah. Paddy Kenny. How we doing, mate?
I'm all right, mate. You?
Yeah, not too bad. Good. What's going on?
No,
You're looking well, Paddy.
Swell or well?
Well,
For me, I look well for me. Because you used to be
thinner than you
different
were at
fitness.
Bury.
There's fit and there's Paddy fit, and there's
Yeah.
I've heard about this. What was the crack like?
So I was more or less going to retire, not got a club, and I think about 3 months. But I used to go out jogging still. Obviously, I'm not doing it now. And I was out running this Friday, and Warnock had just took over at Rotherham. And he rings me up while I'm out running. He come up, Dad, and I've gone. He's gone. Hey,
You are his love child, aren't you?
He's gone. Are you all right, Paddy? I says, yeah, I'm good, Gaff. He says, what are you doing? I said, I'm out running. He went, yeah, whatever. Didn't believe me. He went, have you seen I've taken over at Rotherham? I says, I have, Gaffer. Yeah, good luck with that. He went, do you fancy it? I went, what? He went, coming in. I went, I could do. Yeah. He went, are you fit? I went, I'm Paddy fit. He went, that'll do for me, son. I'll see you Monday morning.
How old were you then?
Oh, 30, 35, 36, something like that. The thing was, I turned in Monday morning, he didn't come in till fucking Thursday.
Oh, really?
You know, fucking
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Yeah, like we'll get onto him, like because all the way through your career, you had him, didn't you? It was, like when I was looking, it was like Warnock, Kenny, and then I seen him say something like he wouldn't have David James or.
He must have been smoking something after
Yeah,
that.
over you because you was like so reliable. So.
Maybe, but you have to say that once you adopt somebody.
Yeah. You've got
When
me
you're
now,
part of
haven't
family,
What's the
part of
paper say,
family,
yeah?
you've got one.
Once you're sleeping in attic, you got to do.
you? Where did it all start then? Like your career and that?
So I worked at Bradford Park Avenue. Having been told at 15 that by Halifax Town I was too small, I'd never make a goal.
In height.
Height, not width.
Yeah.
So
Fucking
just
hate
thought I
Halifax
better
Town,
correct.
yeah.
We better put that one straight.
Yeah.
And I was 15 at the time, I was gutted. But I went and started playing open age football then at 15 and started gradually going up through the leagues in Halifax and eventually ended up at Bradford Park Avenue. So over the 4 or 5 years there was progression.
What was that? Like Conference North kind of thing?
It was Unibond Division 1 in them
Right,
days.
okay.
Yeah, so I don't exactly.
It's about
steps.
there.
This is
So you was
steps like that.
15 playing men's football.
Yeah, so then obviously I gradually worked my way up through the leagues, end up at Bradford Park Avenue at like 20. So I'm still not involved full time. And then Warnock come to watch a striker from another team. I can't remember who we were playing. And lucky enough, I had a good game, and he took me on trial after that, and ended up signing there. And
How
then
did
the
that
rest
come about
was-
though? Like just a phone call or into the manager saying, "Can we
No, yeah, he
can
come
we
to
take
watch
that
the
30-year-old in
striker.
net?"
30 stone. Take that 30 stone keeper in. But he comes out, tells the story. So he ended up signing me. And he says, oh, if he tells stories, he says, I signed him from Bradford Park Avenue. He says, and in them days, he were eating pizzas, burgers, chips, and that was just in one day. So he put me on a diet.
He said, yeah,
He put me on
like
a
your
diet.
only drinks were like fizzy drinks.
Well, you didn't. I didn't know, did I?
Yeah, there was no like.
But the thing
nutrition
was,
and
he's
shit.
when in my early days, he's obviously trying to make me lose weight. Obviously, because I was new to it and raw and everything. But then years later, when I was at Sheffield, right, Tony Daly was his fitness coach. And I'd said to Tony Daly, come back pre-season, I says, I want to get a bit of body fat off and lose a bit of weight. He says, come on, I'll help you. We'll do I were on bike on every morning, straight after training, eating a lot better. And I lost like a stone. But season started, and it weren't that I was playing shit. I just couldn't buy a save.
Yeah.
And I was like, and Warnock got me in his office one day. He went, "What's up with you?" He says, "I feel like, Artie used to get me out of shit when I needed you," and blah, blah. I went, "Gaffer, since I lost that weight," he went, What? I went, "Since I lost that stone," I says, "I just don't feel myself." He went, "You've lost a stone?" He went, "Get in that car, on your way back to Halifax, get to fucking McDonald's and get that weight and put back on." So he'd gone full circle on that weight.
It can all be in your head,
Yeah.
can't it? I've lost this. You was all right all the
You were
way
ace.
through,
I got 6 Big Mac meals on way.
But I remember coming into Bury, and obviously you were there at the time, and like I've said it a few times, how you looked to how you played were a million miles apart. Like you were plucking things out at top corner. I was thinking, how the fuck can they get there?
People have said
But you were
that.
so athletic, weren't you? And you were
Just didn't look. I just had a weird body shape. Do you know what I mean? It was just
Yeah.
one of them. Big, as Chubby Brown says, I think I'm a big bone. But no.
why is Chubby Brown calling you Big Bone?
But no, I don't know what it was. It was just. But through my career, do you know what I think it were with me? With drink. I loved a beer.
Yeah.
I didn't eat that bad, but I used to have to go running 3-4 times a week on an evening just to keep my weight down. And I used to run past pub. That was a problem. But no, so it was a weird one, to be fair, because I used to train hard and stuff like that. But
Well, I remember like you used to wear bin bags in training and all sorts, didn't you?
that was my outfit.
Oh no, that was a night out.
I
Sorry.
just come back from a night out.
It is definitely a beer because some of the young lads at Alty, they had a bit of chub on them. He knows who he is, so but I'm not going to mention his
Oh, so
name.
it's just one lad.
Yeah, but he'd get on and he'd be like 14% body fat, and I'd be like, right, well he's 14, I'm sounding, I'm 10. I'd get on, I was 16, and I'm like, I just can't shift this beer weight. Do you know what I mean?
It's
like,
just beer.
Yeah, I've had.
Is that from years of being a student though as well?
Yeah, probably. You know, like it's going to take its toll at some point, and it all just stores in my fucking back fat.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you are gonna,
I must admit, like
pints,
like when I've seen you in the shower, you have got a bit of a pouch just above.
Peter Pouch.
Yeah, just above your wheelchair.
But when we did all running and that, I used to be all right. I used to be able to keep up and stuff. So,
Well, yeah, until we set off. On the start line.
That's what I'm saying, I kept up. And one time at QPR, with a lad, I don't know if you remember, Gary Burradale, left back. He didn't really play much while I was there. And I come back pre-season, my second season there, we've just been promoted to the Premier League. And we did bleep test. And me and him finished on the same fucking thing, and he come over to me and went, "Fucking decent, that, give me a high five, he sound pleased with that." And I just looked at him and went, "You're a fucking left back, mate." Give me a high five.
that's
I was the
rule
first
number
one
one.
out, and still. He gave me a high five and fucking.
Rule 1 is wait till the keepers drop out, and then
Then you
shout.
can go
Yeah,
in it.
You
That
can't
is-
fucking
yeah.
drop out with a
But
keeper.
imagine when you were like playing with David James or something, and he was still going,
Yeah.
and he's a keeper.
You're like, you busy
But I could have
bastard,
kept going, but I
drop
just
out.
used to feel sorry for lads, so I used to drop out just for them.
Yeah, it's easier.
You're always
Yeah,
nice like
whatever.
that. You're always nice like that.
And your dad's not going to drop you, is he? So you can just go whenever.
So who was the manager that brought you into Bury?
Warnock.
Was it Warnock?
Yeah.
How long was it there for?
If Warnock was at Bury.
Well, my first season I didn't play because I had Dean Kiley in goal.
Right.
And that's when I ended up having a little loan spell to Whit there. But so my first year were more or less me just getting to know
Yeah.
things and stuff like that.
And you were what, 21-ish then?
20. Yeah, 'cause, it was 98, so I was 20. So yeah, with me getting to know, professional football and all that lot.
Yeah.
So it was nice because I worked with Dean Kiley, and he was
Just
top
learn
man.
off him and things
Yeah,
like
You
that.
were a good one as well, wasn't
yeah, he was top man. So
And then who came in after that then? Graham Barra?
No, Priest took
Or
over
it Priest
from him,
that
didn't
took
it?
after that?
Priest took over from him, yeah. But I remember my debut. I'll have to send you a picture. You'll have to see it. My debut was against Gillingham, league debut, and I got knocked out after 5 minutes. My face were out here.
Was it?
I've lost a bit of weight. It were out here, and I got stud marks all down there. But in them
I
days,
can't believe swelling's still there.
no, and I got knocked out after 5 minutes.
How's that one?
Cold out.
Coming
Ball
for a
come-
cross?
No ball come. Did I?
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever seen how tight my bungee rope was? Chris Morgan used to say to me a ball had come in box at Sheffield. he'd like edit out from inside 6-yard box, and he'd just turn around and go, "How tight's your fucking bungee rope?"
Just won't move off that line.
No, Jack, fuck that. No, so I've come out, believe it or not, and it were a through ball, and I've come out and Nicky Southall, who I think he was left winger for Gillingham, just literally put his foot on the line, I ran straight into his foot, ball up, on floor, knocked out. But in them days, it was fucking water on head. Carry on, wasn't it? Nowadays, you can't play.
So you didn't come off?
No, carried on. Oh, from Halifax, mate.
Did you win?
That was just a normal night out, that.
I got hit by a ball last year.
Got hit by come on,
A
John.
ball.
I got hit by a
You've
ball.
just been studied in the face, and you're complaining.
This is
about
what I'm
it.
saying. So he played on. I got hit by a ball. I had to be off for fucking 3 weeks.
It's not called being hit. It's called heading. It's called a header.
Concussion.
Yeah, but that's how it is now, isn't
Yeah.
it? It's changed.
Pissed me off.
You want your veneers
You're only
off
thinking
out?
of your health, you know.
I know, it's a shambles
back in
all the
day,
time.
didn't they? They didn't care.
No.
But no, we ended up going on and winning 2-1. But in the warm-up for the game, Kevin Blackwell was like the assistant manager at the time, or coach. And he was like an ex-goalie as well. But in them days, you didn't have a goalie coach. He didn't take as much.
Yeah.
But he used to do warm-up, and I swear to God, I must have done 20 minutes warm-up because I couldn't catch out. I was dropping it through my legs, everything.
Was that just nerves?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then obviously once I got knocked out, when I come round, I was fine.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
relax.
Just
a
got on
little
with
bit.
it and won 2-1 and never looked back.
Yeah. Like you never ever missed the game as well.
No.
Like I know
Apart from when I got sent
goalkeepers
off.
generally don't, but you never ever missed the game.
I think I've over the 3 playing years I had at Borough. Actually, I always have this conversation. Is it Bury or Bury?
Bury.
Yeah, because I say Bury and they go, no, it's Bury.
No,
Shut up, it's Bury.
Bury.
So I ended up playing more or less every game for 3 years.
Yeah.
Glyngarner played a few towards the end because I got sent off
And there were rumours about you leaving as well, weren't there?
yeah, because Warnock were interested.
So Warnock went then to Sheffield United, who were in Championship.
Your Division 1, obviously, equivalent to the Championship,
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a crazy move, to be fair. It was mad how it turned out because I literally come in for training and Parisi pulled me in his office and just said, "You need to go to Sheffield." And it was like,
What, we need the money?
well, no, this is the thing. I think I'm the only footballer that's ever been bought for a tax bill.
Yeah.
Apparently, I don't know exactly.
45 grand now. I've got it
45
down
grand
as.
tax.
Yeah.
And it was a tax bill, and they basically said, "Give us Paddy, and we'll pay that for you." So our transfer fee was a tax bill.
But in them days though, there were no there were hardly any agents who'd go in and negotiate like one club to club. It would
Manager.
basically manager would go,
Yeah.
"We've done a deal with this club. Pack your bags, you're off." You're like, well, "Where am I off?"
Yeah, and it was mad though because so I've literally had to travel straight to Sheffield, training all of a sudden, and I was quiet in them days, and all were quite quiet for me compared to what you get more experience and you know the job. And I went in and I'm like, oh shit.
So
but
big
all of a
players
sudden
in that.
now your training kit, you had a training kit for morning session, you had a training kit for afternoon. You had because at Bury used to take us training kit home, didn't we?
Yeah.
I weren't clearing fucking dog shit up off grass. We used to do it down at Goshen and that, and
They were defenders.
you used to have to clean with corn, flicking dog shit off and stuff like
That's
that.
where we train now.
Oh, no.
It's horrible.
Well,
and if it rained for 2 minutes, it was flooded.
Oh, and I used to have to run back through the graveyard because no one would let me come back in the car because you covered in shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because you keep filthy.
So I've gone in first day and you're like nervous as fuck, trained. And then,
Couldn't have been busy in there though, could it? In graveyard, it's been dead. Sorry. Rubbish joke.
And anyway, so I goes in and first day trained, and then they've gone right. Game tonight. A team called I'm trying to think. Non-league team anyway in Sheffield. It's going out of Sheffield. I always forget.
Stocksbridge.
Nah, out near Bakewell.
I had that.
Trying to think.
Anyway, what's that? Bricks.
Brig House. No, around near
Fucking Sheffield.
this side, isn't it? And I've gone from playing at Bury in front of what 2,500-3,000 we got at best.
Yeah.
I've gone for this friendly. There's 6,000 fans there at this non-league ground. I'm like, oh shit, this is a big club. This is a friendly.
Yeah.
6,000 there, like fucking hell.
Did you feel all right though? Did you think so? Like when Kylie left and used his number 2, he went to the Prem. Didn't he? Did you think I'll get to the Prem then? Did you think you was as good as him?
No, not a prayer, because obviously Dean Carley was unbelievable. I would try to learn off him while I was with him. Because in them days, you didn't have a goalie coach. No. I look back now, I didn't have a full-time goalie coach till I was 25-year-old. So I managed to do 5 years career without even having a goalie coach. So you
You just used to warm yourselves up, didn't you?
The keepers, yeah.
Yeah, with the second keeper, and then it'd just be right.
We had
either
Fozzie
games
sometimes.
or Fozzie.
Fozzie used to take us, didn't he? But Fozzie didn't. He never stuff I'd do wrong. He wouldn't correct me because he didn't know how to do it.
It's a goalkeeper
No disrespect
coach.
Just like anything you did good, well done.
But he was a goalkeeper coach who were 4'8". Yeah, weren't he? He were tiny.
But yeah, so and like all of a sudden, like I said, 25 before I had a goalie coach. So you think, wow, I must have something, or I wouldn't have got to this point. Do you know what I mean? Because like outfield players are getting trained by coaches, whereas we weren't as goalies in them days.
Yeah, we was fucking running the other day, like pitch runs, and keepers are just next to us volleying to each other. I'm like, it's a shambles, this.
But though,
to me.
But though, have you ever tried to do a goalkeeper training session?
Getting up, it's like burpees
hard.
constantly, isn't it?
So when we
on the ground, back up.
It got to a point where obviously I got to know Warnock a bit more, and obviously he used to make me do the running for the first week, and like then you'd start your goalkeeping, and it's totally different fitness.
Yeah.
So you're like wasting a week.
Yeah.
So it got to a point where I used to say to him, he just used to make us do bleep test at start. And then let us go off and do his goalkeeping, because it's just, like I said, it's a totally different fitness. Getting up and down the floor.
Yeah.
Like when I went in at Northampton as goalie coach for 7 months, my mate, who was manager of Wales now, Robert Page, he took me in. And first thing I said to him, I went, keep that running. He's like, no, they need to do some running. I went, they don't need to run, I'll get them fit. Diving up and down.
Yeah.
And he left me to
Probably
it.
right, to be fair.
Totally different fitness. So who were the standout players then at Sheffield when you went in?
We had some young
was
lads.
Was any in front of you that went, wow?
Well, there were a lot, yeah, because obviously standard, no disrespect for you. I mean, lads at... no, the standard all of a sudden...
Well, some of them could do over like 8 kick-ups.
You could pass it straight, honestly.
It's so weird to watch.
No, so you've got like, you had Michael Brown, obviously went on. My first season with him, he scored 24 goals, I think, from midfield. And I think 23 of them were outside box.
Yeah, he was on fire, weren't he, for
and you
a
had
while.
the young lads coming through, like Phil Jagielka, Michael Tong, Nick Montgomery. So you had all them coming through.
Yeah.
So you knew you had some good players. We had like Pescaslido, Carlos Arba. We had some really, really good players.
And did you go straight in the side from the start?
I did, yeah.
So who did you replace then?
Simon Tracy. So he was actually injured.
Right.
So when I come back...
It's an easier transition than in it if it's injured.
We had another keeper though there, fucking at time, Wilco de Vos, Dutch keeper. All he talked about were porn and shagging. Trying to do some fucking
sounds
volleys.
Like Seds.
Still best friends now, yeah.
He's actually ringing me now. You know?
He's waiting in car for you.
What was he called?
Wilco de Vos. He was a great lad. He was just a perfect. He was Dutch, wasn't he? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But no, so he was other keeper, and obviously Simon Tracy would try to come back from injury, but he never ended up coming back through injury, and obviously I ended up taking his spot. Brilliant. I always look back my first game at Bramall Lane. I always think it always made me, because we're playing Portsmouth and like Merson were playing for them. All of a sudden I'm playing against like Paul Merson and all that lot. And I was down at the Cop End.
Probably the only person on that picture who could drink more than you. That's why you looked up to him, isn't it?
Yeah. And I had a shot. It was off a corner, and everyone were about, and I caught it and spilt it. And as I spilt it, I fell forward to grab it, and I pushed it forward, and someone literally there volleyed it. And it was like make or break. I always think that, and I literally stuck my hand up in air, like, and it hit me on the hand and went over the bar, and I'm like, oh my God, I've just got myself out. 5 minutes into my home debut. And I always think that was like the thing that got me going.
If that goes in, you thought
it could have gone totally different.
Yeah. Should have caught it in the first place.
I should have done, yeah, I agree. Fucking butter hands.
You actually won Player of the Season 1 year, apparently. Is that right?
2 years, I think.
2.
He's going to do his research back, bro.
That was a great season.
All 2, all 3.
Great season at Whitby, that though, wasn't it?
Fish and chips. Man at match. That's why I did it.
No, but like, so how? Because not often does a goalkeeper get Player of the Year, is it? Like usually it's your strikers or your attacking players and stuff like that. But
the thing was, we finished 3rd in the league as well. And my first season, it was absolute mental. So I'd gone from like playing at Bury, and that ended like that season. You playing for 2,000 and 3,000, and at the end of the following season, I played in the playoff final at Millennium Stadium in front of 80,000, and it just in one season it just changed so much. That first year at Sheffield United was unbelievable. We finished 3rd, We probably would have finished higher if it weren't for us cut runs. But we literally, we got to semi-final FA Cup, so semi-final League Cup.
Got
So,
beat by Arsenal.
so where Seaman made the save. Remember Seaman made the save? You remember that?
No.
Oh, you're going to
Which
have to
one?
Google it. Well, he was 40-year-old when he made the save. They were literally behind him.
Oh, and he scooped it back. Yeah.
Remember that? So that was
That's a win as well.
Well, we lost 1-0 and we were losing 1-0 and we were all over him, to be fair. We were Championship, they were Premier League. And he made that save, were ridiculous. But it was his 1000th career game, that game. And after the game, he gave me his shirt. And
sold it.
So that run the Sunday. On the Tuesday, we were playing Nottingham Forest at home, and Warnock had just said, "We've had stupid amount of games. I'll see you at the match. Just turn up for the match on Tuesday." So I'm just pulling up at Bramall Lane on the Tuesday. Phone goes, number I don't know. I answered it. "Hello, is that Paddy?" "Yeah." "David Seaman." I went, "Yeah, good one," and put phone down.
Yeah.
So I went into the ground and went, "Oh, David Seaman's trying to get hold of you." I was like, "All right, something about his shirt." He'd forgot it was his 1000th career game, and because the hype around his save, which won him the game,
Wanted his shirt
he says,
back.
"Can I have my shirt?"
Cheeky.
I had to give it him.
Yeah.
So I give him his shirt back, and he sent me his other shirt. His shirt.
Give him a trout.
He gave me his other shirt and signed pair of gloves, and I've got them framed up in my house now.
Class.
So,
Is it like growing up as a kid? What keepers did you look up to then?
Peter
Schmeichel. Best of the best, you reckon?
He was he changed. I think he changed goalkeeping, didn't he? Where he would come out and spread himself. I think he could throw it further than I could fucking kick it.
Oh, I thought he was brilliant, mate.
Yeah,
I think he's the best that's been. If I'm honest.
They're all a bit mad though, aren't they?
Yeah, you've got to be mad.
You've got to be mad to well, you're lucky you're not as handsome as me, but imagine diving out.
I used to be, but I got kicked in the face.
That's what it is.
Do you know what I mean? So we'll see.
I remember us modelling together and then you become a keeper.
I did socks, you did fish.
Balaclavas.
But imagine just diving at a striker's feet knowing that you're going to get volleyed or come through. And
no, you've got to have something wrong, haven't you?
I went in net last year, didn't I? Bromley away.
I don't know.
70 minutes in net I did. Clean sheet. They were shooting from everywhere though. And it's the worst position on the pitch. Like, give it me up top, I'm fine. Give it me at the back, shit yourself. Because you know
it's different.
Everyone looks miles away and all. I remember one time being injured and Phil Jagielka was playing centre half. And I couldn't kick. Warnock made me play for 2 months, couldn't kick ball. I could do everything else, but I think I damaged my knee and ankle at Portsmouth. And he says, "I didn't realise everyone looks fucking taking goal kicks."
Yeah.
And I look up pitch, every fucker's disappeared.
I do think
but
that.
Going back to someone getting kicked in the head, I remember playing for Leeds at Ellen Road. I think it was Wigan. Powell. Powell who played for Wigan.
Nick Powell.
Yeah. And I remember him, ball come across, and I've come across my goal, and he's come across, and he's gone to take a touch, and he's like, come up a bit in air. So he's having to adjust a bit, and as he's doing it, I just dived out like that. While I'm doing it, I've gone to punch that. I'm thinking, if I punch ball here, I'm getting it fully. And our fucking spark again.
What, full volley to the
full volley back. While I was doing it, I'm thinking, this is going to work.
Yeah, see,
and it did.
I'll fuck it off. That's me. Yeah.
I'm like, Gaff, there's nothing I can do.
No.
Could have got. Well, no. I'm going to get
off your line.
Yeah,
it's only 1-0. We'll get it back.
So obviously, if you read up about your time at Sheffield, you then had the
Sheffield United.
Come
on, put it right, or they'll be on you.
Will they?
Oh yeah.
Will they? Has to be Sheffield United.
Yeah.
Why is that? Because there's like a Sheffield.
Sheffield FC. The
Sheffield FC. Yeah,
Sheffield Wednesday.
Is that the oldest
the Blades
in England?
Sheffield FC,
oldest club in England.
Is it?
Yeah.
You might get a game.
Yeah, I might get a game. But then obviously you had the incident with the drug test.
Yeah.
Was that at Chef? Yeah.
Yeah, it was a tough time that.
Sheffield United. Just fucking told you.
Fuck's sake.
Sorry, Paddy, carry on.
Have a word. It's that kicking head. It's that ball at you, face. It was a tough time because I'd built my career up to a certain level now, and like I said, I was older, I was more confident, and basically, my people to this day will go, "You were off your tits," all this shit, and it's totally incorrect. I had a chest infection, and I took 6 Chesties tablets over 3 nights, which were the build-up for the playoff semi-final first leg against Preston.
Was that the allocated dosage? That?
Yeah, I did that build-up before that, and I got drug tested. Oh no, with the second leg, I got drug tested. So we beat Preston to get to the playoff final at Wembley, and I literally got dragged in for a drugs test. And you know what it's like.
They're horrible, aren't they? Taking
Everyone's out on pitch celebrating. You've got to write down everything you take. Right, and at the time, I were on Voltarol for dodgy knees and hips, paracetamol, you name it. I'd had the chesties. So I'd not even wrote nothing down. They jumped on the fact that, you never wrote that you'd had these chesties down.
Would that have made a difference, though?
Yeah, because you'd have gone, well, at least you're declaring it.
Yeah.
And I were like, well, I hadn't put nothing down. I were on Voltarol, I were on paracetamol, I were on sleeping tablets, because I used to always have a sleeping tablet before a game. So I never put nothing down. I just left it blank because I was that bothered. They couldn't get their head around the fact that, you should have wrote everything down. I'm like, my mates are celebrating on pitch for the playoff final. So look, it come out after the playoff final. We lost to Burnley. I'm glad we look back now, you think, I'm glad we lost, because if we'd have won, there'd have been hell on, wouldn't there? Because it took three or 4 weeks to come out after the drugs test.
Yeah, like imagine if you'd have saved a crucial penalty or something.
Burnley would have been like, well,
yeah,
it wouldn't have said chesties either, would it? Would have just named something?
Yeah,
but it would have just failed drugs
test.
Well,
it comes out fails drugs test, doesn't it? And you know what people are like, they jump on it. Oh, he's off his rocker. But then, like I said, I got 9 month ban. 9 months, but I didn't get done for like enhancing my performance. I got done for negligence.
And 9 months a lot in it.
Yeah.
Is that just an example? Do you think?
I think they changed the rules after Rio Ferdinand a bit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because he got 9 months for missing it, didn't he?
Yeah.
So I think then that changed to 2 years.
That's harsh, that, though, isn't it?
I thought it was, yeah, because my doctor had all these notes to say that I'd had a chest infection for a week building up.
Yeah.
So it all added up. But you end of the day, you get told you need to know what you're taking.
Yeah. But didn't they say that for it to give any kind of like sport-related performance enhancement kind of, like you had to take 50 tablets or something, didn't you, to give you a 10-minute burst?
60, yeah. To take a 10-minute burst, I'd have had to take them 20 minutes before kick-off to get a 10-minute buzz. Bear in mind, I'm a goalkeeper.
And I'd take 60 at a time.
Yeah, and I've took 6 over like 3 nights. So, but as the rules state, you need to know what you're taking. That's what they do. Yeah. I'd go back then to the start of the season. Do you know when they send someone in to do your drug test?
Yeah.
Like speech.
Yeah, tell you what you can.
Yeah, so they come in. I'll never forget. We're in the gym at the training ground at Sheffield
You weren't there.
United.
You weren't in there.
So you missed it.
No, Jim's Cafe. That would just out. No, so we're in the gym. And they brought this, and it were a woman doing it on her own. And no disrespect to her, she had no control over anybody.
Yeah.
And she's trying to put this speech out and tell you what you can, and you need to know this, you need to know that. And lads are throwing medicine balls at each other and fucking pissing about. So no one would even fucking listen to her. She had no authority over anybody. There were there's 30 lads.
But they've been in, so that's done,
Yeah. So you haven't got a leg to stand on.
Yeah. Well, you've had chesties, so Phoenix got away lightly, really, with 4 years, didn't he?
4 years. So we've had a lad on here who got banned for 4 years for the amount of drugs that he had in his system.
Some boy, by the way.
4 years. He was snorting chesties.
I never told you I didn't snort it. I said I had 6 tablets. I didn't say how I inhaled it.
That's how I took it.
But no, so I literally missed the whole season. Do you know what I'm saying after? Because one of a Man City player at one of tour race, he got done for taking slimming tablets, and he admitted taking them to lose weight, which for me is to enhance your performance.
Yeah.
If I'd have known that, I'd have fucking took some of them instead.
No, but the opposite way.
But he only got 6 months, and that were after mine. And I always look back and think, wow, how does that work out? And I missed literally all the season. I were back for the last 2 games of the season.
Does your brains in that as well?
And I managed to play played the last 2 games of the season, and
because I was reading, you weren't even allowed to go in and train. Were you?
6 weeks before. So I weren't allowed in until 6 weeks before.
So you had like 6-7 months off training on your own.
Yeah.
So how was that then getting up? Because the best will in the world, as well, when you're like a lad like you are, and you go out with your pals and you have a beer, like not having that structure of getting up every day and playing at a weekend. Were there times
the
where
weekends were tough?
Yeah. Were there times where you let loose a little bit?
No, I couldn't.
Did you?
I had to focus.
Did you?
I thought, I can't put no weight on. I've got to come back fitter than I ever have done. I've got to prove people wrong and people who stood behind me at Sheffield United, obviously. I can't come back fucking overweight and all this lot. So I literally went to gym, believe it or not, about 5 or 6 times a week. And I made a member at the local golf course. And so my day consisted of getting up, going to the gym, straight to golf course. I used to play golf on my own.
That's class.
And I had to do it, otherwise I like to think I'm quite mentally strong anyway.
Yeah.
So I literally just set my target out of that. But the Saturday afternoons were the worst ones. Try to think, how lads getting on.
Yeah.
Couldn't even see him. Didn't see him for like 7 months.
Weren't even allowed to go and watch a game.
Weren't allowed to train, not allowed to go to the training ground.
How does that make any difference?
I didn't. It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then I did come back, and then straight away, Kevin Blackwell's like telling goalie coach, I want him crawling off fucking training pitch every day, being sick. And Andy Leaning, who was my goalie coach at the time, I'd been with him for like 7, 8 years. And he knew how to deal with me day in, day out. He knew when I was knackered.
Yeah.
He knew when he always used to say to me, if you've been out on piss, let me know and I'll make sure you've got an easy session. So he literally...
So Monday to Friday you had an easy session?
So I literally... I just literally went in and he wanted me sick, and Andy Leaning were like, if I do that to him, if I fucking batter him like that, he'll go the other way.
Yeah.
You know what it's like? So let me do it.
So is that because he didn't believe that you'd kept yourself fit and trained?
Probably, yeah. And like, but that's the way Blackwell worked at the time. He's a fucking bit of a whopper, wasn't he? So I don't know if you ever come across him.
No. Well,
he once sent me home on Christmas Day for being late. Honest to God, it was absolutely...
I seen that.
What, so you travelled in on Christmas
So
Day?
it was Christmas Day. We had to be in for 6 o'clock to training, because we're playing Wolves away on Boxing Day. We had to be in at 6 o'clock for start training at 6:30. And I've been up to see my kids in Halifax, and I was coming back and it was snowing like mad. So I literally turned up and I walked through into the tunnel at 6:03, and he stood there like that. Late. I went, Merry Christmas, Gaffer. He went, you're late. Don't Merry Christmas me, you're late. I went, what, 3 minutes, relax. He went, you're still late on Christmas Day, it's not acceptable. I was like, fuck off. I said, come down from Halifax, it's snowing like fuck. He went, I don't care, you're fucking late, you're out of order. So I walked past him and I thought, fuck off, and I went to changing rooms. I'm like half changed, he come in and he went, I've had enough of you. Get changed, get in your car and fuck off home.
Did I?
And he walked out. And assistant manager, Sam Ellis and Chris Morgan, captain at the time, Paddy, don't be stupid, don't go home, come out and train. I'm like, fuck that. Says, until manager comes back and tells me to stay, I'm going home. So I get changed. And as I'm walking out of ground, our physio room right hand side, he stood in there on his own. He went, Paddy, come in here. So I walked in, he went, hit me. I went, what?
What?
He went,
shut up, you fucking weirdo.
Hit me. This has been brewing for a while, which it had, because he was a goalkeeper. What had happened, he'd come back, he fucked off and he'd come back as manager. But before he left, he used to sort of bully me a bit.
Right.
But when he come back 4 or 5 years later, all of a sudden I'm one of the main lads in the dressing room.
Yeah.
I'm 300 games into me.
me.
I've got an opinion now, and he didn't like it.
Yeah.
And obviously I played for my country. I played Premier League. I played a lot higher level than he ever had done as a goalie.
Yeah.
So he's gone, hit me. I went, what? He went, this has been brewing for a while. Hit me. I went, I can't hit you, you're manager. I said, I'll tell you what, you hit me first and we'll have it. He went, me hit you first? He went, you don't want to fight me, son. He says, you don't know what part of Luton I'm from. I've gone, I don't give a fuck what part of Luton you're from. If you want to have it, we'll have it now. He went, fuck off home. So he obviously didn't want it. So he sent me home, put me on transfer list and everything. And anyway, I think they won 1 game in 6 games. And he were under pressure.
So you were dropped?
Yeah, dropped, not even in squad or out. So he literally were under pressure to put me back in team. And he put me back in, right, and I had 5 clean sheets out of 6 games. Oh. Got me in his office, he went, I knew I'd get a reaction out of you, Paddy. I just turned out in his office, right, I turned around, I walked out, and as I got to the door, I went, you are a prick, aren't you, and walked off.
Did you?
Yeah, I fucking did.
And then end of that season, is that when you left?
Yes, obviously the drugs ban were at the end of that season.
Yeah.
Come back, like we've touched on the last 2 games, kept 2 clean sheets and all, having been out for 9 months, I did well in both games as well. But when I got banned, they cut my wage. They gave me a new contract to Sheffield United, and they cut my wages in half, which were unbelievable because they could have easily got rid of me.
Yeah.
But I were an asset to them, so they were always going to stick by me.
If you're not,
didn't they stick a buyout clause in there?
Yeah, so they stuck a buyout clause in. I don't know why they put it in, or whether they thought I won't come back fit or whatever. So they put this buyout clause in for 750 grand. And then in the summer, I just get a phone call from the agent and said, Paddy, just to let you know they've accepted bids from Ipswich, Bristol City and QPR. I went, what? He went, they've said you can leave. But they never come out and told this story.
Yeah.
Their side of the story that I demanded to leave, which were a crock of shit. So I went into them and I went, I don't want to leave. And they went, well, we've had 3 bids accepted. You can go speak to other clubs. We've got Steve Simonson coming in from Stoke, who's got a lot of Premiership experience, who's going to be on less wages, so you can leave. So I was like, all right, fair enough.
Sound.
So I ended up going. Obviously, I only really spoke. I got offers from all 3 clubs, but I only really spoke to Warnock, and that were a no-brainer for me once he wanted me. But the disappointing part were the club come out and said I wanted to leave, which I didn't at all. I actually went back in and said I don't want to leave, and they. So for 2 or 3 years, I'm like, oh no, even 2 or 3 years after I retired, till I did my book and done other podcasts, that I managed to get my side of the story through.
Because I wouldn't believe that story.
Because when I went to QPR, second game at season away at Sheffield United, I got absolutely dog's abused. Which I'd had 8 amazing years there.
It always happens, that, doesn't it?
I had 8 amazing years. They loved me, always stuck by me. Even when I'd made mistakes, they'd never get on my back row. They were brilliant, and I think they just liked my character, and I did well for them. And to go back, second game of season, I got absolute dog's abuse. But we won 3-0, so I never celebrated once. In my head, I was like, and after that game and all the second game of season, Blackwell got sacked. So that were another little thing you thought, fucking hell.
I bet you were raging.
Thing was, I only lived 10 miles away from ground, and all my family had come on a minibus. So I went home with them after the game. We're literally about 5 minutes from my house. Warnock rings me up, and and I've gone, hey, he went, he's been sacked. I went, what? He went, we're just leaving Bramall Lane. I've been sacked. That twat's been sacked. But then he ended up taking him still after. He took him places with him, but he hated him for a bit.
Oh, really?
What was it about Warnock that you was just like, right, so you've got 3 offers there, and you've not even asked the other 2, you've just gone, Warnock. Did you just know that you play well under him, so you just went?
He's just the way he was. He was a good man manager. He's a very, very good man manager. You've seen what he's done at Huddersfield. Yeah. He's done it at Rotherham, and he's done it at Cardiff. You know what I mean? All them places recently. He knows how. For me, he knows how to treat pros. Yeah. He's a clever man. How we work stuff out. You know, I've been when I went to QPR, there were 10 new signings, and we were in Italy. And the area we were staying in, they were every night was like a Saturday night. It was fucking party time. We were there for 10 days, and I've been under managers who won't let you go out pre-season. And you know when you're away for that amount of time, and there's
that's your bonding session, though, isn't it?
And there's 25 lads. It's hard work, innit? Yeah. And we literally got us in a room, and he just said, "Right, every night round here is like a Saturday night." He said, "On the nights before a game, which we've got 3 games, you're not allowed out. The other 7 go get as pissed as you fucking want." As long as you're all up for training. If one of you don't turn up, everyone's fined £1,000. Lads are like, what? Go out 7 nights on Facebook. We literally went out 2 nights. 2 nights after games, so we didn't get out till 10, 11 o'clock. Yeah. And he got everyone on side just like that.
Yeah. See, that's you need it. You need that though, because if he's fighting for your corner, you know that when the season starts, you'll fight his corner.
Well, we started season. We won first 4 without conceding. Then we were 2-0 down at Derby, and we scored 2 in the 90th minute. We drew 2-2. So all of a sudden, we've picked 13 points from 15.
You're happy with that?
And it was international break, and we were meant to be off Sunday, Monday, in Tuesday, Wednesday, off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, back in Monday afternoon for a normal week.
Yeah.
He comes in after the game, he went, fuck that, see us a week on Monday. I'm like, what? That's like, what?
No way.
I went to Dubai for 6 days.
That's unheard of. Unbelievable. Won't happen now, would it?
No chance. Literally, Sunday morning, on a flight, Dubai, come back following Saturday, went in training then on Monday. And we got in train
So
on.
you got a full week to prepare for the next Saturday.
Well,
And then lost 8 in a
No,
row.
well, that's the thing. Listen, so fucking unbelievable. Listen, I've gone to Dubai, come back, training Monday afternoon, goes in, we're out training, and he was one of these. He just come out training pitch and like some session had been put on, and he'd just blow his whistle and stop it and mess it all up and all that lot. But we weren't doing a great deal anyway, because we were for a week off. And he stopped it and he's gone, right, just to let you all know, no one leaves until you've had dinner, which I was buzzing. So I get in there.
As if I'd leave before that.
No one leaves till they've had dinner, and I've had a meeting with us. So we're all there having food, and he comes up and he's gone, right, just to let you know, we've got 6 games before next international break. He went, get me 9 points and I'll give you another fucking week off. We won Saturday, Tuesday. So in the space of 10 days, we won all 3 games, and he gave us another week off, and that's how it went through the season.
Oh, where did you end up that season then?
We won league.
Is that when you went
We
up?
won league, yeah. We didn't lose. That season we didn't lose till 20th game at season. We didn't train one Monday unless we had a game on Tuesday. So every week it were Sunday, Monday off, in Tuesday, back in off Wednesday, back in Thursday. But because I was travelling in between Sheffield and that, he used to say to me, if I'd kept a clean sheet, don't bother coming down fucking Tuesday, I'll see you Thursday.
Damn.
So I used to turn in on Thursday, lads would be like, fucking Golden Balls is here, it must be Thursday, he's in.
That's
But
brilliant.
that's how clever he was, you see.
Yeah. And probably all the lads were probably just as fit as everyone who's training every day, because when you come in, you're into work and you want to make sure that you're working hard. So the gaffer don't go, right,
That doesn't happen.
Yeah, you're in Monday.
Yeah.
Who was in that team? Was Tarat in that team?
Yeah, he was too. We had a good. Listen, Adele was the flair player who won us a lot of games, who used to just come in training when he fucking wanted.
Yeah.
What was he like in training? Sometimes
Unbelievable when he was to be. Yeah. If he didn't have his head on him, he may as well have fucking sat in changing rooms. But we had like Clint Hill, Sean Derry, Ida Elgerson, Bradley Orr. We had a core of the team that were like strong.
Yeah, hard, weren't they?
We probably weren't the best team in the world. We were quite direct, but the way we played were effective and it suited us.
Any lads in training who dinked you used to go mental at?
Oh, I used to volley it, didn't we? Everyone always tried it, didn't they? If I caught it,
Yeah.
we were gone.
Yeah, 50 quid.
Yeah.
Okay,
But there's always some lads who try it all the time.
volley ball. You just volley ball everywhere, don't you?
Yeah.
Remember, we were once in China with Chef U. This is back volleying balls away.
Fuck me, I'm going Blackpool.
Mate,
He's in
mate,
China.
it was worst trip in the world, mate. We had like 12 flights in 10 days.
Oh,
We were
no.
fucked.
Oh.
And all I'd done for the first week were running. And then fucking one of the first sessions, lads were like, can we do some shooting? And Warnock said to our goalie coach, oh, you take it. He's only making them shoot from penalty spot. I've only done one session, couldn't get near nothing. My head's gone. We're training on this pitch with a stadium around it and a running track. We were massive. And I think we had about 30 balls. Well, by the time ball kept hitting back at net, I kept volleying them round. Fucking, we had no balls left, did we? I volleyed every ball into it. My head had gone. I'd fucking gone big time.
I remember a shooting practice where they used to roll it across the 6-yard box. And you just get striking.
Yeah.
I used to think, I would hate that as a goalkeeper.
Oh, mate.
You can't save anything.
No, you've just
They're
got to
being-
know that that's for the strikers.
Yeah, but they're being
they
blasted in your face and in your eye, aren't they?
Oh, I used to get
Horrible
out of the way.
sessions then.
Fuck, I would try to get out of the way, not save it.
Dodgeball.
Fucking hell.
Some go in that. So that season, so you've gone up to the Premier League.
Yeah, we went
QPR.
up to Premier League, yeah.
So what was it like then? So it meant talk us through your debut
In the Premier
in
League.
the Premier League.
So, you look at certain fixtures at that sort of level.
Yeah, of course you do.
Because you've gone from, we didn't lose at QPR in Championship till 20th game of season. Then all of a sudden you've got to accept that you're not going to win many, let's be honest. And we looked at the fixtures and we've got Bolton at home, Everton away. So you think, beat Bolton, Everton, you know what I mean? Well, we end up losing 5-0 at home to Bolton and then won 1-0 away at Everton. So we're like, yeah. So probably the results were the opposite way around.
We was
were
at
close
Bolton
back
at the time then.
I think Kale were playing for him. Kale
Right.
scored.
We had a good
top
team
in.
then.
Yeah, they were decent.
Well, I was thinking, what's the...
Kevin Davis would have been up top.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been, what's he called?
Okocha.
Okocha.
No.
Stelios playing. Campo.
But they actually went down that year and we stayed up. So it was ironic how it turned around. Bolton.
So who do you support?
Man U.
You're a Man U fan, aren't you? Yeah, I thought you were, yeah. So what was that like then, playing at Old Trafford?
Yeah, it was meant. Well, my first ever experience playing at Old Trafford were an FA Cup semi-final. So, but we were actually against Arsenal. So yeah, it was crazy.
What about to play against United at home?
I didn't. Oh, I'll tell you what. It were at Sheffield United actually when I played against Man U in Premier League at home. And I'd literally, I'm going through a lot of shit. I'd split with my wife. She'd been shagging me mate while I was on international duty.
I've heard you better than you.
No, that's wrong, that is. I'll tell you now. So that had happened. I'd been fucked off by Ireland.
Why? Who taking your place?
No, I'd fallen out with Steve Staunton. I called him a ginger.
Right, we'll go back to that.
He put me off. So,
fine, no, go on. Tell us about that now. Go on.
So we played Cyprus. Don't forget where I were before, because I forget. We're playing Cyprus away. We lost 5-2. And to be fair, I did fuck up for first goal. One of them in swinging.
First four. I did
first 5. It was in swinging free kick from wide.
Yeah.
And it's one of them where it's head high and you've come for it. It's just got nicked in front of you. But in the same game, John O'Shea and Andy O'Brien both fucked up for 2 goals. And they were playing for Newcastle and Man United at the time. And I were at Sheffield United in the Championship. And he come in after game and he just battered me. And I'm like, eventually I've took it. And I'm like, oh, fucking up. I says, other people made mistakes in this game. You can fuck right off. I says, he fucked up twice. I'm going, he fucked up twice. I went, you're not fucking taking all blame. You can fuck right off. We end up arguing. And then I went, I'll tell you what, fuck off, you ginger. And anyway, I never got another fucking call.
As soon as you said that, did you know then? You thought, shit.
No, I didn't think. Well, I was going through a lot of shit. My head were up my ass, wasn't it? I just, with me wife.
None of lads laugh. I had a fucking Christmas
remember. But no, so
then. It's one of them where you really want to laugh. You're like.
So we've got Man U on this Saturday. And yet again, bear in mind, we're off Sunday, Monday. So I've fucking gone on piss on Sunday.
So even when you've gone to the Premier League, Warnock's stuck with the same system.
Yeah, he didn't care. So he's giving us Sunday, Monday off.
Can't
playing
beat
Man U on the Saturday.
Now,
so I've gone on all day sesh. And all this shit come out that this lad said he fucking he'd been shagging my wife and all a load of shit. He was a lad I went to school with, and we'd left him out because he was off his tits. Some of us other lads, we went for a curry. So while we're in there having a curry, he's come in. Can't believe you fucking left me and all this lot. I bet he's giving it big and buying all curry and drinks. And I'm like, no, I'm not. Fucking buy their own. He says, you fucking buy them. You know what it's like, you've had a beer. You fuck off. You fuck outside now. So we goes outside. Well, I went to walk outside and we're naive, to be fair.
How the fuck have you got up and left your curry?
This is the thing. So as I've gone up,
it's okay. Walking outside with it like this.
No, I got up. As I walked off, I went, "Can I have a takeout?"
How do you fight it with one hand, holding your bag in other?
So I've walked out and he's hit me from behind. This is the thing. So when he hit me from behind, I've turned around, I've jumped on him, and we've fallen on the table, and all I could see was my fucking chicken korma in there. And we're absolute devastated. So me and the lad go outside and we're having a fight. We had about 3 or 4 fights. He would like a build. He worked on like doing groundwork and stuff.
Oh, it's a big strong lad. Yeah.
And we've ended up having all these fights. And then eventually, last bit of fight, I've got on top. And he's come up and he's bit me on my eye there. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, is that the scar?
Yeah, so he bit me on my eye. It was squirting out with blood. It was mad. So obviously gone hospital, stitched it up, rung my agent up next morning. He's gone, fucking, he's come and met me at Lee Payne, he was called, he was brilliant. He's come and met me at the hotel in Halifax. He's rung Warnock up and he's explained what's happened, and Warnock went, tell him not to fucking come in till Thursday. So I'm thinking, oh shit, so I've gone on Thursday, I'm going in, I'm absolutely shitting myself.
Stitches.
I've got fucking 13 stitches in my eye, all that lot. He's got me in his office straight away. He's gone, how many times are you going to fucking let me down? He says, I've had a fucking enough of this. I tell you not to go out drinking in Halifax. He went, for that, you're not playing on Saturday. Playing Man U. I went, oh, don't do that to me, gaffer. He went, you're not playing? I went, my fucking wife's been shagging my best mate while I've been away on international duty. I've fucking been fucked off by Ireland. I says, I've had my fucking heart bit, and now you're taking away my fucking football against the team I supported as a kid. I says, I dropped my fucking curry. I says, and you're taking all that away from me, and I says, well, my head's going to be up my arse. He looked at me and put his hand on my leg, and he went, oh, I'm sorry. He says, you can play, son, but you better play well. And I ended up playing that game, and I had a big fucking plaster on my eye.
You're a bit teary-eyed as well.
And do you know what? Rooney scored both goals, and we were beating them 1-0. Keith Gillespie scored, and we were winning 1-0 for ages. Then Rooney scored, and then it was 1-0 all the way up to like 81st, 82nd minute, and then Rooney scored it. So we give him a good run for the money, to be fair. We were unlucky.
And did you play well?
Yeah, I did well, to be fair, yeah. Made some good saves, yeah.
Who was the best player that you ever saw in front of you on a pitch?
Thierry Henry.
Was there?
And I was actually on the bench. And I'll never forget, I was sat next to Gary Doherty, who used to play for Norwich and Tottenham. I don't know if I remember him. He used to play centre-half and striker. He could do a bit of both. And we were sat there on bench at Stade de France. And Henry were running up and down our wing. And I'd not noticed. And Gary Doherty nudged me and went, watch Henry when he runs down this line. He's got ball at his feet, and I swear it didn't look like he was touching the floor when he was running. It was fucking unbelievable. He just like ghosted down.
How old was he? What was he? Young lad then as well?
No.
Would have been Pete then.
Yeah, he will have been, yeah. I bet
how old do you think Paddy is?
Both of you now having a dig at me. Fucking hell.
Sorry.
Pair of twats.
Class.
But going back to that QPR one in Premier League, do you know, like when I said earlier, you look at games and you think, oh, we'll beat them. We're like, oh, that's a game we could win. Cross that one off.
Yeah.
Cross that one off. That season, we beat Chelsea at home. We beat Liverpool at home. We beat Arsenal at home. We beat Tottenham at home. It was fucking mental, honestly.
And then you're losing against your Boltons
the teams
and
you
people like
think
that.
you're going to win against. You end up thinking. But the Chelsea one, don't know if I remember we beat them, and obviously it's a West London derby, and Chelsea shouldn't really lose into a little QPR. And I don't know if I remember with the Anton Ferdinand racist one.
All right,
with John Terry. So it was a lot of needling game. And anyway, last minute balls come through and I've come and caught ball like that. And John Terry's run into me. He's all hard to touch me. I've gone down like a sack of shit. Trying to waste time because we're under some right pressure. And he's picked me up from scruff at neck like that. And he's like, get up, he went, get up, you fat cheating twat. So whoa. I went, I'm not a twat.
Yeah, that's a cheat.
So he's got me up like that. But I don't know if you remember, his mum once got done for thieving. So he's picked me up like that and he said what he said. And as he said it, I've leant into him and I've gone, at least my mum's not a fucking thief.
What did she rob?
I don't know, I can't remember. But she got done for thieving.
Yeah.
So after the game, it all kicked off. We were fucking, everyone were pushing and all that.
What, down tunnel?
On pitch at first. So he goes down a tunnel and at Loftus Road at time, we used to have to go up these couple of steps, then up a couple of more steps and to the left to our changing rooms. So I've gone up, and I'm like just about to go the front door at to our changing rooms, and I hear all this commotion in the tunnel. So I fucking rung back, and obviously I've walked up these steps, and I looked down, and Ivanovic had two of our players in headlocks. I looked down like that, and I turned around and went, fuck that, what?
Yeah, he was a monster,
I left him to it. Oh, fuck, not getting involved with that.
So where did you finish that year?
Fourth bottom. We stayed up. Last game of the season. Man City, Agueroooo goal.
Yeah.
So we stayed up. Yeah. But when you look back at that game, people go,
did you play?
Yeah, you conceded that goal.
Did. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's got to be probably the most iconic
Premier League goal. Anyway, innit? Yeah, you'd have thought so, wouldn't you?
Just going past you there.
Should have saved that as well.
No, eat it hard. Eat it right. I'd eat it too hard. I said to
But I'm not taking this away from Agueroooo, by the way, but he's gone to hit it across goal, hasn't he? And he's hit it, and it's come off outside of his foot and gone and beat you at near post.
The thing was, that game, right? We could afford to lose as long as Bolton didn't win at Stoke. So that's how it were. That's how it fallen. And we were obviously...
You went 2-0 up, didn't you?
No, we were losing at first. But previous to this, when I told you about them games, it's last 5 home games of the season, we won all 5.
Right.
So with 10 games to go, we looked doomed. And the start of the 5 games would be Liverpool having been 2-0 down and won 3-2. We beat Arsenal 2-1. We beat Tottenham 1-0. So out of them 5 games, so for us to be in a position now to stay up on that last game of the season was unbelievable. And obviously you go out there and we're losing 1-0 at half time. Then we scored straight after half time. Jabril Cisse scored 1-1. Then Joey Barton got sent off.
That's right.
For elbowing and headbutting.
What was he like to play with?
He's a good lad, Joey.
Yeah.
I liked him. He was a good player.
Yeah.
But obviously, you look through his career, his things that happened, other things probably distracted away from how good he was.
Yeah.
But he got sent off. We'd out of 10 men. We'd hardly had a kick anyway. So it was even going to be harder. Next thing you know, we've gone 2-1 up.
That was it. Yeah.
It was an header on it backstage.
Jamie Mackey.
Mackey, that's it. Yeah.
So we've gone 2-1 up. We're like, wow. But then we literally didn't touch ball till like it went 90th minute. They've got a corner, but as they got the corner, our fans were at the other end of the stadium, all cheering and screaming. And so you think someone's gone off into the game.
Yeah.
So the corner comes in, they scores, it's 2-2.
Checo, weren't it?
Yeah, previous to this, the fans were crying in the stands and everything. Because obviously the new Man U were winning, and they had to win now.
Yeah.
And they scored off the corner, 2-2. But when they scored off the corner, our bench was shouting on, we're safe. The other games finished 2-2. Because we were a bit behind them. Because of this Joey, we kicked off at the same time. Everyone kicked off at the same time. But our game were behind them time-wise because the incident with Joey Barton went on for about 5 or 6 minutes.
Yeah.
So then...
Yeah, because he was nipping people.
He lost his head there, didn't he?
Absolutely.
To be fair to Joey, went out in London then on Monday. All of us, we met up. And we met up in this bar, and he was sat in there, and he put his card behind the bar and said, "That's for apologising for putting you in shit." He says, "I'm buying drinks all in this bar all."
Did I?
So he bought all beers. I always say to this day, people will go, "Oh, you just kick the ball back on persons and let them score." I'm like, no, we didn't. We'd hardly had a kick for 45 minutes.
You just got to get rid, haven't you?
The lads were on the feet. If you watch the goal, the lads are just diving in. Normally, you'd have probably stayed on your feet, 20 feet, forcing wide.
Yeah.
The lads were on the feet, they were knackered. And we literally took the centre, we kicked it up the pitch. And then from that, they've scored the goal. And
do you know what? I even watched that the other day and I was thinking, fucking hell, that is Paddy Kenny in the net there. It's like the most iconic.
Don't come back now, try and get yourself out of shit. Because you didn't know.
No,
you
man.
did your own work.
You're here with your fucking new pad and that.
Got it, it's there.
Not even fucking written anything in it.
So we were celebrating like them though because of what we'd been through. Because we were
celebrating their goal.
No, not the goal. The goal. I mean,
you can see when Agueroooo shoots, he goes. Paddy points to where to put it.
What a goal.
That way, mate. No. But no, I mean, after the game, we were celebrating like them because we stayed up under circumstances where we'd looked doomed with 10 games to do. And some of the games we had were ridiculous. And because in the change rooms at the end of the game, and we've got champagne and everything, we're all having a beer, celebrating. Celebrating that we stayed up there. I'll never forget, Anton was in the shower, laid on a massage bed. And obviously we were all, and I've gone in and I've got a bottle of champagne, and he's gone, I've gone, "What's up with you, Anton, you miserable twat?" We're all celebrating in there. He went, "Celebrating because we've lost 3-2. I went, "Fuck that, my brother's just lost league title." I got a bottle of champagne, I shook it up, sprayed it all over, went, "Fuck yeah, brother!" Ran off like a little kid.
Big Rio crying his eyes.
Oh, man.
But though, I were brought up...
Did you realise at the time, though, that game...
No, you didn't.
You cunted them, could you?
The pub was full of United and City fans watching that game. And because that went over, all United fans were fucking jumping about, and then City fans just went wild.
But I were a Man U fan as a kid, but previous to this, the year I were in Premier League with Sheffield, I don't know if you remember the Carlos Tevez incident where he shouldn't have been playing for West Ham and all that lot. So we were literally in a relegation fight. There were us, Wigan and West Ham. It was last game of the season. And we were playing Wigan and there were 3 points behind us and 1 goal different. So if they beat us by 1 goal, it spun it round. And David Unsworth, who had missed a penalty for us earlier on in the season in a 0-0 draw with Blackburn, scored the penalty that sent us down because Man U had won the league the week before. So when they played West Ham, they left 9 players out and they lost to West Ham 1-0 and Tevez scored the goal. That's why they were back. So from that point onwards, I used to support Man U as a kid. I don't like it no more. You've got us relegated.
Oh, really?
Oh, honestly, I was like, no way.
That must have been hard as well because you and Tevez look the same as well. It's like
same too. That's it. So there were some mental things that have got.
Yeah.
So both my final days at seasons in the Premier League were mental.
What's been your favourite ever game?
Oh. Tough one. There's a few. There's got to be my Premier League debut, which we played Liverpool.
Was that
and we drew 1-1. Yeah, in the Premier League. Yeah, we drew 1-0 Liverpool. They got a penalty. Robbie Fowler took it on. Remember when he used to do that stutter?
Yeah.
Remember that's no. No, honestly, and he literally walked up to the ball. He did that stutter. I dived, and I was getting back up before he even fucking took penalty. We drew 1-1, but my international debut that were obviously a massive game for me because I was brought up Irish. Because my dad were Irish and my mum's parents were Irish, so I was brought up Irish. But my first debut for Ireland were a weird one because I played against Jamaica at Charlton. Weird one.
Did you?
Yeah.
That is a bit
It were all right, but I played the game, we won 1-0. And the second half, I went up to the away end at Charlton. Have you played there at Charlton?
Yeah.
Yeah. And went up there, and all Jamaican fans, it was full of Jamaican fans. And all I could smell were wacky backy all the second half. I went off my fucking tits. I got interviewed after the game. How were you doing? All that, I don't know, I can't remember it. I'm fucked.
Stoned out my head, yeah.
Off my rocker.
They're all on the chesties behind the goal.
The chesties,
But it's like you played in World Cup qualifiers, it says.
Yeah, I think I did play in one, yeah.
Yeah. Euros.
No, I don't know if I played World Cup. I played Euros.
Says on the internet World Cup quals.
Oh, I don't know.
And
I think I'll sound
European
Judy
Cup.
Dench.
Ireland gets it, well.
The qualifiers.
Qualifiers.
Ah, right.
Qualifiers.
Does anyone
I'm
get
trying to
that?
think. I don't know if I were on bench for all games. Might be wrong.
How do you think you'd do in the modern game now as a goalkeeper? Playing out from the back and...
I hated it. I used to play a certain way. That's you did it.
Yeah.
Oh, the Warnock. You play in their half. You get it forward, play in their half. I would do now.
But if you think about it now, like both centre halves dropping
don't
into
get
the 18 and...
Well, they take
You're
goal
not
kicks
inviting
now,
pressure.
and they literally pass it to him. Everyone comes forward to shut him down. Pass it back to the goalkeeper, and he's clearing it under pressure. I don't get that way of playing football anymore. And obviously, it's something you've got to train, practice, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think goalkeepers, a lot of them now have lost the art of goalkeeping because they're that bothered about playing out from back.
Yeah.
Goalkeepers, they accept it now that they're going to make mistakes, don't they?
It's just... I think they've gone away from actually coming for crosses,
Being a goalkeeper.
commanding your box, stopping shots. Now it's like, can you play out from the back?
Yeah, join in with rondos,
Yeah.
see how you do.
What's it like a shot stopping? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
You can ping
Can
it 40 yards
yeah.
fucking to someone's chest.
Yeah. Can Cruyff in box though.
But would you have had that, do you reckon? Would you have been able to adapt
Obviously,
to that?
you'd practice it, don't you? Simple as. It's
Staying
not
down,
something I did in
yeah.
my day, but obviously that would have been part of your training. So
Couldn't have done
I
that
thought-
at Goshen.
Oh wow! Imagine that.
Imagine passing to the centre
Just-
half and it
just-
goes over his foot after
off a
dog
shit.
shit.
Just comes off a shit.
Of a grey dog turd. Jumps
I'll
his
send
foot.
you a picture of a dog shit tonight. When I'm on
Yeah, it'll just be a
Have they
picture
still
of
got
your foot.
AstroTurf there?
there. My first
Still got that
such
AstroTurf
dog
there?
shit. Not the like hockey one now. They've got a new one now.
Yeah, because I
Yeah,
remember Precy one time they used to have proper, back in day.
Yeah.
Just carpet, wasn't it?
We sand on it.
Yeah.
It
And
was
we trained on there
rock
one day, and he's like, I thought, I'm not diving on this. And Precy sent me out, sent me off training. He says, send me back to the ground because I won't dive. I said, you fucking diving around.
It's
like
like
that.
diving on concrete though, isn't
They
it?
were ridiculous. Fucking rip all your skin off.
You know what's mad nowadays? Our other centre forward has just been Turkey for his hair done. And we whipped across him the other day. We're fucking perfect, right? His barnet, and he had to duck her out to the fucking barnet. He'd have had to go
Was his
back.
headband on?
Nah.
What, has he been told he can't edit?
Yeah, can't edit.
For how long?
I should defo start the season because he can't head ball.
Yeah.
So I should get a game.
When are you having yours finished?
So you got two.
Going down mine,
So you
innit?
got two centre forwards at not Bamber Bridge.
Radcliffe.
Radcliffe. One can't edit, one can't kick it. you're not gonna win many games.
I know we're fucked, but yeah, that's the new thing at the minute. There's a few lads getting that done. And there was one lad, he busy bastard, fucking, he's on group saying, so you've got a time run, you've got, I don't know, 30 minutes to do a run all year. Send how far you can get in.
What is it, 100 yards?
Talking about that, when I was at my fittest, I once did a 12-minute run in 11:52.
Says that one all the time. It's fucking shit, innit?
Fucking hell, you were quick.
So he's put in, like, lads, I've done my run. It's not that bad. I did 5.5 miles, 30 minutes. And I thought, fuck me, I'm a mile and a half behind him here. More, 2 miles. I've done my fucking 5k in 30 minutes. Got to the first day of pre-season, he's set off like an house on fire. I'm thinking, fuck me, he's actually decent. Second lap of this circle, I've gone past him. I thought, what the fuck? He's just chatting shit the whole way through.
Oh, really?
I don't think he did the runs.
Could he play football though?
He's actually decent, yeah. He'll be good.
Let him off then.
He'll be good.
Yeah.
He's been hammering at gym as well. Big Chew said.
So what does the future hold then for you? Because I know you've started doing like the after dinner speaking and stuff like. Been doing that for a while. You got the book came out, didn't it?
Yeah. So yeah.
Tell us a bit more about that.
No, the book was were interesting. You know, you go through your career, and it worked till I did my book. I looked back and thought, oh, I actually did all right for what I had, for my ability. Yeah. To say I didn't come in.
Very well.
To say I didn't come in.
Me just looking through like your career, and you think like international, like 67 Premier League games. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, but when you're in that bubble and you come out, you don't realise, do you?
Yeah.
And it weren't until I sat down and did my book and we were going through things, and you're like, oh yeah, I didn't become a footballer till 20. Got binned off at 15. I didn't have a goalie coach till 25 full time. Ended up playing Premier League, international promotions, FA Cup semi-final, League Cup semi-final. And you're like, oh, actually I did all right, didn't I?
Yeah.
But no, I did my book. I do the after dinner speaking. I do a little bit of one-to-one goalkeeping coaching because I'm busy with other things. And I've
just been to Budapest or something?
Yeah, I've just come back from Budapest doing some coaching out there, which went good. I went out there with a company called Next Gen UK. A friend of mine, he's got a goalkeeping school in Liverpool. So I went out there with him. But my main one is I've got a transport company, which I set up 5 years ago, which actually got me out of a bit of a rut because when I first retired, I went to Northampton's goalie coach, and my mate Pager, who's Wales manager I touched on earlier, he got sacked, and we all got sacked, and we took over a newly promoted team, which normally doesn't happen, does it? Because Chris Wilder had gone to Sheffield United. So I just thought to myself, I don't want to be in football. I can't be arsed with that shit, getting sacked every 7 months, not having a job for 7 months, and then just continuous cycle. And then for 7 months after that, all I did was get pissed. Weren't in a good place at all. Didn't want to get out of bed. And then a friend of mine, well, he was a friend of mine, he set up a transport company, a friend of mine at the time. And he rung me up one day and just says, Paddy, why don't you come do a little bit of driving? For me, you need a purpose to get up. Just do a day, 2 or 3 days a week, just to get out of bed, get a few and earn a few quid. Yeah. And I went and did it with him for a few weeks. I loved it. And then I ended up working 5 days a week, and I worked with him for 7 months. And he used to tell me how much I was making him. And I used to think, I should be working for myself, mate. So we had a fallout over one thing or another, and I ended up setting up on my own, and that was 5 years ago. And I'm like, I've got my business now as well, and it's called PK Transport Movements, and I just can't be bored in life. There's just too much going off all the time. I don't think I'll ever get depressed again now or be down because I ain't got time.
I was going to ask about that. Like, how was the transition from retiring? Like, did you really miss it, or like myself and other people, they were ready to retire, ready to finish, and I don't miss playing football at all. I don't want to play football.
There was bits at the end of your career, like where you went to teams.
No game, I didn't play. So that sort of prepped me for it. Preps you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I literally went about 2 years with that. I'd gone from playing at all my teams every week to all of a sudden, I didn't play for like 2 years. I was just like a number two. So it sort of prepped me a little bit. Yeah. And then you come out of it and you realise there's another part of the life, isn't there? And I had worked before because before I became a footballer, I did engineering. I become a qualified engineer, toolmaker. So I had worked before for a living. And
that helps.
Yeah, of course it does.
Helps. Yeah, like some lads who just know football just come out and they're like,
and no matter what you do or how much money anyone's ever got, you've got to do something. And I ended up getting into this transport business, and it was the best thing that ever happened to me. But do you know what I love about my life now? Weekends to myself.
Yeah, that's
Sounds
class.
mad. I do. So like my younger children, so I've had 2 divorces. My younger children, they used to travel everywhere with me all the time. I look back now and I never spent no quality weekends with them doing things because apart from non-season, we were travelling everywhere all the time.
Yeah.
But like me 2 younger kids now, who are 7 and 10, every other weekend we're doing something, we're going somewhere, we're going away for a weekend. So I've got quality time with them, which you never had when you're playing.
Yeah, it's tough. Like even semi-pro as well, when you're working all week.
It's even harder being a semi-pro, I think.
Yeah.
I've done it. It's hard work, isn't it?
Yeah, because you've got your work day all day, and then at night you go out to training.
Saturday you got a game. Sunday.
You might have a game Tuesday.
Sunday you're rough. and then you go again.
But I tell people and they like, after you tell them, I say, as a footballer you're quite controlled. Because I remember it happened to me a few times. It was like, you'd have a day off on a Sunday and you'd plan stuff with your family. And you might get beat 3 or 4-0 on Saturday, and manager goes, fuck that, you're in tomorrow.
Yeah.
You're like, what? It's none of this, I've got stuff planned with family. Yeah. You're in.
I'm going swimming. I'm taking kids to Sandcastle.
It's right though, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you're quite controlled in that way, aren't you?
And it's worse because Saturday night, Mrs. has made the butties and everything for your day out tomorrow. You get back.
Butties?
I don't know, like she's planned everything basically.
Picnic.
She's planned
a picnic.
Yeah.
She's got everything planned, you get home and go,
we're in tomorrow.
I'm in tomorrow, and then she's even fucking more fuming then.
And then she's got to put your dinosaur lunchbox back in cupboard.
And then no wonder.
Your fruit shoe.
Your Speedos back in drawer.
Fucking hell. I knew what I was on about.
I'm glad you did.
But yeah, like I said, I love what I do now. It's another part of your life. I go out there and see people and they go, can't believe you're doing shit like this. And I'm like, what about? I love it. It's a different part of my life.
Yeah.
It keeps me busy.
You still get stopped? Like, Paddy.
Well, yeah, every red light.
How did I stop? Presuming I stopped at the red light, yeah.
Did he ask for a picture in that?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah. I was like, I were in Budapest and I were in an Irish bar on last week, I think it was Thursday. And this woman were in there, Irish woman, she was a QPR fan.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, she clocked me. So it was quite mad, yeah.
It's great. See, like, it's brilliant that though, isn't it? Brilliant. Like,
it sounds as long as they're all right. Yeah. You know what I mean? As long as people are all right.
I think you're a very likeable guy though. Like everywhere you've been. Do you know what I mean? Like there's some players who go to clubs and they leave and they're hated, like either by teammates or fans or something. Like you always seem to be well liked wherever you go.
I think they can relate to me, can't they? Because I was just normal.
Yeah.
Always with that little bit chunky one. I always fucked about. Listen, when there were times to be serious, I was serious. Do you know what I mean? Apart from at Rotherham one time with pork pie.
Go on, yeah. Tell us about it.
So we played Rotherham. It was obviously South Yorkshire derby. It's on Sky at the old Millmore. And second half, I'm coming up to their away fans, their court, and I'm running up, got my towel and my drink. And for some reason, they were singing "You Fat Bastard," right? So I'm like, fucking cheeky bastards. So I pushed me drink.
Turning around, look at who are they shouting at?
That happened to me at Sheffield Wednesday once, right? They were singing "You Fat Bastard." I turned around, this bloke must have been 25 stone, stood up singing it. I was pointing at him saying, "You cheeky twat." Honestly. So I fucking put in my drink and my towel beside post. And he hears this, "Kenny, you fat you on a pork pie?" I looked up and there was a bloke stood there with a pack of 6 pork pies like that. So I went, I do, yeah. So I walked over, picked this pot, and I'm lent on stand, eating this, and they were buzzing off me now.
Yeah.
So they were all clapping me and fucking going, hey, fair play, Paddy.
It's on Sky as well,
It's on Sky, this game. I'm eating this pork pie. Anyway, second half's just about to start. So as I walk back to the goal, this bloke behind goal's gone, do you want another? I went, yeah, I do, yeah. So I've gone back, picked another pork pie up, walked into the goal. Game's playing now. I'm stood there eating.
Did you just forget where you were or something, Joe? Or just didn't care?
And I like putting it. So anyway, I'm eating this pork pie. Ate it. Well, 10 minutes later, pastry gives me heartburn. So 10 minutes later, I'm went over. I can hardly fucking breathe. Right? Like,
are you ready?
Balls out over end at fucking stage.
Have you any chesties?
Over end at pitch.
Sorry.
Too many times now. So I'm there, like, couldn't breathe. I'm like, fucking, my chest is kind of looked over. Dennis, what physio? I've gone, Dennis, have you got any Rennies? I've got heartburn. He went, yeah, I have. How have you got that? I went, you don't want to fucking know.
Never mind.
I didn't have oat treat after game or 4.
Hey, talking of heartburn, my mate, that's a bit serious. He's just died of heartburn. I can't believe Gavy's gone.
I knew it was going. It's so bad.
Where's he gone?
It's so bad.
Gavy's gone. Sorry, pal.
Is that your best job?
No, it's not
It
my
should
best
be
one.
Gavin. Is it Gary or Gavin? Should be Gavin,
Gavin.
shouldn't it? Gavin's
Yeah,
got...
Spanish. Gavy's
My mate the other day after golf, he had a non-alcoholic shandy.
What? So lemonade?
Yeah. No, like a non-alcoholic beer.
Half of that and then
Half
half of lemonade.
Yeah, half lemonade. I was like, fuck me.
How was your golf game?
It were alright, mate, but I'm fucking going through a tough period right now. I'm either a world beater or a fucking egg beater. There's no in between at the minute.
What's your handicap? Don't say
7.4.
Oh, it's good
Oh,
then.
that's good. Yeah.
It is good then.
Yeah, but it should be a little bit higher. I'm not playing to that.
What's Stead's at the minute?
15. I've been playing 2 years and
You've got a lot better.
It's
I'm
frustrating,
absolutely
isn't it?
hooked on it. But I can go 28 over, 9 over.
Yeah, I played
2
a
rounds
few
golf.
weeks ago. This is where I am at the minute. I need some lessons just to sort me out, to be fair. But I literally, after 9 holes, I was 2 over, playing really well. And if you'd have come on 10th tee and watched me on 10, 11, 12, 13, you'd have thought I'd never hit a fucking golf ball in my life. And I couldn't, I didn't know what I was doing different. It was mad.
I stand over a ball now and I've got 50 things going right. My grip,
It takes
my elbow.
so long to hit a shot.
It's everything, isn't it?
It's just
Because there's so many little things that can go
Yeah.
wrong that can mess your swing up.
Honestly,
frustrates,
don't
mate.
play golf with him. It's like
Do you play as well?
6 hour job. Yeah, yeah.
No,
Do you
no,
play
it's,
off?
no, it's
12.
He's good. Yeah, good.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I've changed a bit now. I'm quite get down, bang, do it. But
Yeah, it used to be like sort his
like
grip
golf.
out, swings. You are.
so I used to say, get down to it, bang, do it. And go and say, what's your golf like?
Crap.
We'll have to have a game. I'll come over and we'll have a
Yeah,
game.
definitely would have a game. Mate, it's been an absolute pleasure
No,
seeing
Tom,
you
man,
again.
thanks for having me.
Mate, it's been brilliant.
Yeah,
and
Shaker's legend.
what a first guest
Top
to
man.
have back.
Thank you.
Cheers, pal.
Top man, Paddy Kenny, thank you very much.